Welcome back. In today's video, we are going to create a tooltip card with a hover effect on our web page. So there is the LinkedIn icon, which means the user's LinkedIn page. When hovering, it shows nice, smooth animation with the LinkedIn icon divided into many layers with LinkedIn text. And on the top part, the LinkedIn username and its ID is shown, and also its logo and its connections count. It fades out again when unfocusing the cursor. Okay, now it's time to create this project, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Let's start with the HTML structure. We have a main container called tooltip-container. Inside it, we have a tooltip div that will show information when we hover over the container. Within the tooltip, there is a profile section. This profile section contains a user div, which itself has an IMG div representing the user's image or initials, and a details div containing the user's name and username. Outside the profile, we also have an About div showing the user's connections. Finally, below the tooltip, we have another div called Text. Inside it, we have an anchor link with a class called Icon, and within this link, we have a layer div with multiple span elements and an SVG icon, followed by another div with the text linked in. This sets up all the HTML elements we will be styling with CSS. Now let's move on to the CSS and start styling our page. First, we have the body. We remove the default margin by setting margin to 0. We make the body fill the full height of the viewport using height 100 view height. We use display flex to center the tooltip dash container both horizontally and vertically with justify dash content, center, and align dash items center. The background color is a dark shade using background dash color 0, E0, E0E. Finally, we set the font dash family to inner. Next, we style the tooltip dash container. We set its position to relative, change the cursor to pointer, and add a transition of all 0.2 seconds for smooth hover effects. The font size is set to 17 pixels, and we round the corners with border dash radius of 10 pixels. The tooltip itself is positioned absolutely relative to the container. We place it at the top and horizontally center it using left 50% and transform translate x negative 50%. We add padding of 10 pixels. Initially, its opacity is 0, and pointer dash events is none, so it does not interfere with mouse actions. The tooltip also has a transition of all 0.3 seconds, border dash radius of 15 pixels, and visibility hidden to ensure it is hidden before hover. Inside the tooltip, the profile section has background dash color, 2A, 2B, 2F, rounded corners with border dash radius of 10 pixels, 15 pixels, padding of 10 pixels, and a border of 1 pixel, solid RGBA11, 60-3, 90-51. To make the tooltip appear on hover, we select tooltip dash container, hover tooltip. On hover, the tooltip moves up using top negative 150 pixels, becomes fully visible with opacity 1, visibility visible, and pointer dash events auto. Next, we style the icon inside the text link. We remove the underline with text dash decoration none, set the color to white, display block, and position relative. The layer inside the icon has width 50-5 pixels, height 50-5 pixels, and a transition transform 0.3 seconds. On hover, the layer rotates and skews using transform rotate negative 30-5 degrees, skew 20 degrees. The spans inside the layer are positioned absolutely with top 0 and left 0, fill the full width and height with width 100% and height 100%, and have border of 1 pixel solid white with border dash radius 5 pixels. They also transition all 0.3 seconds. The spans and the text inside the icon are colored using 1DA1F2, and their border dash color matches this color. On hover, the layer spans get a box dash shadow of negative 1 pixel, 1 pixel, 3 pixels, 1DA1F2. The text inside the icon is positioned absolutely left 50%, bottom negative 5 pixels, opacity 0, font dash weight 500, and translated horizontally using transform translate x negative 50%. It also transitions bottom and opacity 0.3 seconds each. On hover, the bottom moves to negative 30-5 pixels and opacity becomes 1. The individual spans inside the layer change opacity and position differently on hover. The first span has opacity 0.2, the second 0.4, and moves translate 5 pixels, negative 5 pixels, the third 0.6 and moves translate 10 pixels, negative 10 pixels, the fourth 0.8 and moves translate 15 pixels, negative 15 pixels, and the fifth span has opacity 1 and moves translate 20 pixels, negative 20 pixels. The fifth span with the FAB class has font dash size 30 pixels, line dash height 60-4 pixels, text dash align center, fill 1 DA 1 F2, and background black. The user div inside profile is displayed flex with a gap of 10 pixels. The IMG div has width 50 pixels, height 50 pixels, font dash size 20-5 pixels, font dash weight 700, border 1 pixel solid 1 DA 1 F2, border dash radius 10 pixels, display flex, align dash item center, justify dash content center, and background white. The name div has font dash size 17 pixels, font dash weight 700, and color 1 DA 1 F2. The details div is displayed flex with flex dash direction column, gap 0, and color white. The username div should also have a font dash size 14 pixels and color AAA to style the secondary text. The about div has color CCC and padding dash top 5 pixels. This completes our full CSS styling. Hovering over the tooltip dash container will show the tooltip with the profile details, and hovering over the icon will produce the layered rotation and translation effect, making the design interactive and visually appealing. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next amazing project.